All right, welcome to 2v3's in the Actionverse. Sorry, we are a bit late for the Monday Night Pregame. Mostly my fault. I apologize. We got Anthony Smith as usual. Anthony, why don't you introduce your friend for us here? This is a pretty special guy. You actually played for the Falcons. I love this, but go ahead. You do the intro.
Yes, man. My good brother, man, Karon Riley, and NFL vet, man, Atlanta vet, ATL, man. He's been helping us in our trench mob program, man. When he can come around and be a helping hand. So he's one of our battle with the trenches brothers, our trench mob brothers, man. So welcome to the show, brother, and also one of our 2B3D Astro Bowl family members also. So
Yes, he is.
shout out
Yes,
to the
he is.
Crusaders.
Making it even better for us, right? Anyways, you also played for the Bears. The Bears are like one of my. I don't know. I've gone through seasons of like what my favorite team is, but they were my favorite team for a while. I think during the Norms thing. Oh, I think you're frozen. No, you're back. You're back. So, anyways, look, we're going in with the Rams are 11-4, so they've already got the playoffs. I guess they're pushing for a better seed or something like that. What do you think, Karon? Can you tell us what do you think if you're the coach right now? What are you telling the team, Falcons?
Oh man, let's gear up for next year.
Well, we officially have my favorite comment of the season. Talk about brutal honesty. Wow, gear up for next year. All right. How about something for the new guy that thinks he's still going to win tonight? What do you tell that guy? Same thing. Gear up for next year.
Well, I come to find that teams like the Falcons and Detroit Lions, those guys are gluttons for punishment. So I tell a guy tonight, keep pedaling, man. Stranger things have happened.
Yes, I guess so. Well, they're at home, right? Anthony, you like the home team. Aren't they at home?
Yeah. ATL is home, man. I like the home team. They on the they won their 2 of the last 3 games. They're playing pretty good. The offense is starting to roll. So
Vegas had it at 49 over under, and then they had, I think it was like negative 335 if you're going for the Falcons, and then if you're going the other way, it's like plus 520 or something crazy. Vegas certainly thinks that the Rams are winning.
Yeah, I think Vegas gave Atlanta 7 points. I think
7.5 to 8.5 is what I saw.
Yeah, so I would take that. If my vote is going to be, I'm gonna take that 7.5 with Atlanta at home.
Oh, you would?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, take that.
Right.
I think it's gonna be a close game because what you call it, the Rams defense, they ain't playing too hot right now.
The offense is on fire, saying.
Right, and Atlanta is rolling, but also, the Rams offense can fucking score on anybody, so and they can move the ball. So that's why I think it's gonna be a tight game. And I think with that 7 points, man, I think Atlanta come out with the Vegas bet.
Well, and it's the 7.5, so don't get hit on that 7 even, so you got a little bit more than 7. I think that kind of breaks it a little bit. What about you? What do you think the Rams are going to do tonight, Karon? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to be more than 7.5?
I think it's gonna come down. What's the injury report looking like? Who's healthier right now? When you get to this time of the year, man, health matters. Any of the Rams key offensive players out? You know what I'm saying? That could affect point output, rhythm. The defense
I think around because I was just watching I think a little preview. I think both teams are pretty healthy as far as having all of their stars and key guys in role.
Yeah, I didn't see anything about significant injuries when I was trying to.
That's good. So it's gonna be a pretty good game then. So I think the Rams been saying they've been rolling, man. They've been rolling so far, and Vegas, that's what the house never loses. So I'm gonna go with Vegas, man. I just why that because really at the end of the day, your aunt knows this 7 points ain't really that's basically that's straight up, man. Really,
Yeah, it's just the 7.5 to 8.5 is what I was saying. And, so like that little extra, you win by the 0.5 makes a difference sometimes.
It does.
And then, I used to play, I don't know if I told you this before, Anthony, but I moved out off the coast of Venezuela to a small island called Margarita Island. Lobsters the size of a cat were like $5. And I was a bookie. That's what I did. I would take bets. And like you say, Vegas always wins. It was crazy. I mean, these guys made so much money because they did the juice. That's where the numbers come in. They just make that 10% of everything. So as long as they keep it even, they're getting $10 million goes in the middle. They get $1 million for, juice. I was like, they were making a lot of money, but Janet Reno was big in politics back then, and I think she's passed away now. But she like put out a message that she was going after all the offshore bookies. So trying to get the stats on it. Turn my phone off for a minute, and turn it back on. That's the beeping. Anyways, okay. So I want to get, who do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl? Try to ask everybody this. Who do you think is going to make it? Mr. Right.
Hey, what you think?
You
think Baltimore?
I my beginning pick was Baltimore when he first asked me the question. But they're having a little bit of problems right now and going through some turmoil. I'm gonna still pick them, but my second pick is gonna be Rob. I haven't told you yet, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and go with Buffalo, man, for that second pick. Because I think
Buffalo.
I think it's wide open for them, man. I think they got a good shot.
And how about you, man?
Man, I was watching Philadelphia. Philadelphia still, I mean, you can't give up. They won last. It's just, man, I feel like they got that playoff experience. They feeling, it's just Jalen has had the kind of year that at some point I feel like he's gonna click into this playoff mode and probably shock a lot of people. Or maybe, I don't know. And that defense comes to show up like they did for the playoffs. I don't know how healthy they are, but that defensive line come to play like they did in the Super Bowl last year. They got a chance to get into the playoff, get to the Super Bowl and win it again.
Yeah. Well, hey Rob, also go ahead.
I got a question. So we're being asked, looking back at your time in the league with the Falcons, any memorable Monday Night Football experience or rivalry that comes to mind watching a game like this? That's for you, Karon.
Karon.
Sorry.
Let me think. I think we had a Monday night. Was that game when we played with Vic? When he was that Minnesota? Was that Monday night? Was that Monday night when he ran through and we won in overtime and he split through the defense and the linebackers ran into each other?
Yeah.
Was that Monday night or was that Sunday? Oh man.
Are you talking about Michael Vick?
Yeah.
Yeah, he came up on the last show. We were talking about him for a while.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. I remember that game, but I don't know if that was a Sunday night or Monday night. But I remember that play like yesterday because he split those two defenders. They ran into each other.
I never forget when he took off. We was like, boys, about to get up. If you don't get through this, because we saw it, the whole thing was coming. It was like, oh, snap, is he don't make it? And he made it. Shoot, they just hit. I was like, oh, my God, that just happened. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I think that's so crazy to hear, like, two professional athletes both like talking about another athlete being that fast, or whatever. They were just like you've got the top of the world talking in it. That was explaining, like, my son, same thing in surfing for kids. There's those kids that are really, really good, but there's those three guys that are the same age that are just so much better. It's like night and day. You're just like, well, I mean, so fast, so quick. So, it's I'm trying to imagine what you guys, like Michael Vick, like how fast he would be to make you guys think he's fast. Because I mean, everybody in the world thinks you guys are so fast. Like, period. So
that was the one. That was my experience. When I got to the NFL, I was like, okay, there's a lot of people like me, and then there's some even better than me. This is wild. I have never thought this was happening. Like, that was crazy.
Taking the best of the best of the best and putting them all in one area. It's like,
yeah.
Just to make it to the NFL, how good do you have to be? You know what I mean? Then, like, to be, so it just always trips me out to think, like, there's still faster.
Yeah. And to be honest, some of the I don't want to say a lot, but there's enough of guys who are very good that don't make it for whatever reason, whether it be, coaches may not, like them, or they may not fit the system, or whatever the situation may be. There's a lot of guys who are super talented and super good who still don't make it.
Yeah,
or
no
that
doubt.
injury, that high school injury or college injury that takes them out, right? Or something like that too.
Well, it's just lightning got to strike too many times. Bro, you gotta understand, lightning got to strike if you get you got to get a scholarship. Lightning got to strike. It's not a crazy lightning strike, but it's crazy. It's crazier nowadays with the NIL. But when we came out, to get a scholarship was a pretty big thing. Then get to the pros, lightning has to strike. Literally. I mean, everything I line up, like you just said, we got to stay healthy. You gotta get a good coaching staff to show your best talents. Like I said, I played with so many guys that was better than me that never made it to the league just because everything didn't line up. They didn't quite play into the favor of the coach, or their skill set just wasn't good enough for the offense or the defense we were running, or it just didn't fit. It was a lot, man. And then to stay in the league, long as you get a pension, the Lightning got to strike again.
Wow. At a higher level, huh? But same Lightning. I would imagine too. I mean, you get that scholarship, you gotta play good, get the right moment, the Lightning, and then also in front of the right people.
Right. Imagine if the Flash had to get struck by lightning twice. He probably wouldn't have been the Flash.
I think you're right. Awesome. Hey, so listen, you're doing some acting, right? Like you're an actor, is what it says on IMDb.
Yeah.
What do you got going on with acting? It said producer, executive producer. I got some acting in my account. My son does some acting, and my brother's an actor.
Over 90 credits, so I think I'm doing a little
90
bit more
credits.
A little bit more than some acting.
That's not some acting.
That's what you call a career.
That is a career.
Yeah, man, I've been doing that for over 18 years now, and it's what I transitioned to after football, and it's what I always planned on transitioning to after football. So you just gotta love it when a plan comes together, and I've been blessed and thankful that it's actually working in my favor. So I'm just gonna keep pedaling, man, until the wheels fall off.
That's awesome, man. Okay, so 90 credits is not some acting. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, I looked at it. It said that you've got executive producer credits and that you're acting, but it didn't say 90 credits when I looked at it. So
hold on, so
bad research on my part.
But hold on, Rob, because for somebody I didn't even know. For somebody who's ignorant to it, Ron, like myself, because our credited seasons are so how does the credits work as far as what you just mentioned, your 90 credits? How does that operate and work?
Wait, somebody is an actor?
Yeah.
That's basically every time I worked as an actor. So if I got 90 credits, I mean I've done over 90 projects, TV or film.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Which I mean that's 90. That's not a lot if you really look at the grand scheme of life, but for an actor, that's quite a bit because it's not very often we get I mean, it's a tough business, man. It's very tough. No different than lightning having to strike to get to the NFL, bro.
Yeah.
I just love tempting fate and nature and just going out there standing there with a damn lightning pole, seeing if I can keep getting hit. And luckily I just keep getting my ass shocked enough to keep moving. So
that's right.
90, you're like standing on the tree, like waiting for it to come. That's too much, dude. My son, I think my son has 20 credits.
That's good. How long has he been doing it?
He's 15. He started when he was like 5, so it's just been like a part-time
man,
thing.
he's killing it. Yeah, that's great. That's how you're supposed to do it as a kid growing up in the game. You don't want to burn out doing that. You got all your life to work, but you're doing just enough to start, building credits, start learning what it looks like, how he feels. He kind of know what he wants to do. That's dope, man. That's really dope. Good job.
He's done well. I mean, my brother, my mom, since we've never met, my mom, she's a 2-time world champion pool player. She's in the Hall of Fame for playing pool, billiards, right? So that's her thing.
Wow. I would love to shoot with her.
Oh, I was talking about the last time Magic Johnson does an annual does an annual all-star pool tournament at the all-star basketball games, and he brought my mom as the celebrity pro, and there was a lot of football players there at that thing, so it's kind of cool. So get tied into that. She goes and she's like the celebrity pool host or whatever. But so anyways, moral story, she started doing doubles for like TV shows. And so my brother was 4 at the time, and she was doing a commercial with James Coburn, and then they picked my brother, and then my brother went from there. He booked everything. He had like 100 credits by 8. And then he ended up getting a series the Amanda Show. He was the second star of that. Then he was Drake and Josh Show. He's Drake from Drake and Josh. And then he just got on to go. yeah, to go on or whatever. So we ended up getting my son the same manager, but without the manager knowing it was his, because we didn't want that connection. We just took him in. I had my wife who didn't know them take him in, and he got it and started doing it. We probably could have gotten him a lot more stuff going if we would have did the tie, but we wanted to see like, could we do it on our own type of thing. But yeah, so I love the Hollywood. When I saw that, that's why I didn't dig deep into it, but I saw it. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. I mean, to go from football, right, where you're going to get a lot of recognition, and then also now you're still in the camera. I mean, that's you're helping with the trenches. You're helping kids.
Right.
I mean,
What's funny is I don't even get recognized for football anymore. Like I'm way more known for acting than I've ever been known for football, which is crazy. Well, it's not crazy. I've been doing this a lot longer than I did football. Well, maybe half and half, because if you start with little league and go through little league to high school to college to pros, it's about the same.
It's a good about 20 yeah.
Yeah, it's a chunk. It's a chunk. It's about 18, 20 years of your life that you put into the game. So yeah, so I'm about even right now. So it is what it is.
well, there you go. But yeah, that's kind of, you got both. You get on the plane and hey, whatever this. That's awesome, man. Anything that stands out that we should go watch? Recommend anything you need?
Well, right now I'm on Netflix. Called a show called Miss Governor. That's my wife's TV show. That's on Netflix. I'm on there with her right now. That you can see immediately.
There's the plug. I love it.
Yeah,
I will be watching that tonight.
Yeah,
Miss Governor. Miss Governor on Netflix.
On Netflix. Yep.
Awesome.
Yep. We leave it there. That's easy.
Perfect. And then so we don't want to take up too much time. We got 16 minutes. We usually try to go to 20 ish around there. But let's talk the NFT project, or the unique digital collectibles project, is moving fast. So your team is being set up now. Trying to think, we're looking at probably like 2 weeks from now max before we're going to start releasing the starter packs. Have you guys seen the packages open and stuff, the whole video and stuff? If not, I'm going to send that to you guys next, get your guys' input on it. But we're ready to rock and roll. These are going to be pieces for the game, and they're getting out. They're going to be anyways, we'll do a meeting on it. But just for the fans that are watching and people that are commenting, we are this close. They're about to go out, so it's going to be hopefully we'll get a really, really big reach on that. And I think we will. We're doing we're able to roughly give 7,000 packs out to nonprofits with the whole scheme of it. So we're going to hit, think like flag football camps or trenches or whatever, something you guys can give the kids. We're going to try to make it with like surf, what is it called? Surf rider, right? Where if you pick up a bag of trash from the beach, take a picture, get a pack, right? Something that's going to do something good for somebody or something along those lines. So we're going to, be having a meeting on that with you guys shortly, if you guys can make that. And other than that, Anthony, any closing stuff or anything good? Talk to me. Are you frozen?
Nah, man, I appreciate it, man. It's always a pleasure, man. Brother Karon, appreciate you coming on and giving us some active knowledge and wisdom that we didn't know. I got one more question to that. Now, do you guys have, as far as the profession for, the kids who may want to get into acting and anything like that, do you guys have like a pension? Is there like to what you mentioned about the kids and starting at an early age? Like, is there a certain, are there tiers to where when you reach a certain amount or get a certain amount of credits to where you start moving from commercials to parts in movies, or how does that work for the people who don't know?
The thing is it's like the league. It's union. A lot of it is union based. So I joined SAG when I first started, and that's for the Screen Actors Guild. So that basically covers my film and television. I just did an off-Broadway play in September in New York, and I learned a lot about the Artists Equity Union, which is the union for theater. I didn't join that union yet, but another union. So my pension, my insurance and everything comes through SAG. So as a kid actor, I would recommend them joining SAG. So now their credits start to go towards their pension, towards their insurance, and they can start to earn those credits, where those credits start to actually pay dividends versus they just getting credits. You know what I'm saying? So I would recommend joining one of the unions, depending on what you're doing the most as a kid actor. If you do a lot of commercials, what that would be, SAG would cover commercials, so you'll be good just joining SAG. You'll be good joining SAG. I think if you just join SAG, and I think you should be covered for most of your career. And if you want to do theater and other things you can do it as that comes. Definitely join SAG for the benefits that come with being SAG. And it gives you a level of professionalism too. Just you know,
Well, also the pay. So I mean, if you're not
yeah,
with that union, right, and you want to go do a commercial for whatever it is, they might give you $200. They might give you nothing, $50, just so you can get exposure. If you're in SAG, no, you're getting paid residuals. You're getting paid. You know what I mean? You got the army behind you. If you're a kid and you're working past 8 hours, no. There's a teacher on set. You're fed at this time. So
it's
SAG
different.
is, if you can get like most kids, they'll start out and they'll get that first whatever role that makes them SAG eligible. And then once they're SAG eligible, then they get into the union and go in and do it. But he's absolutely right. That's the if you can get into that. I mean, it's kind of, I want to say for like a brand new person, it's kind of hard because once you get to SAG, you're also with better fierce competition, right? You're like almost like moving up a league because when you're not in SAG, you can do anything. You could go work here, but once you're in SAG, you kind of now you're in the cream of crop.
Unless you live in a right to work state like myself in Georgia.
Maybe that, different, huh? I don't. So I'm talking Orange County for LA. That's just so I know, like they can't.
They
his
trip out there,
manager won't let him go do anything that's not SAG or
that's that Union State where I live in that Georgia, baby. It's right to work. I'm a hustler. I'm gonna go to work, baby.
Oh, that's awesome. That's such a better way to have it, But,
man, I'm Black in America. You can't tell me where I can't go do something. Shit, I've been stopped too much.
I love it. The other thing I would say, COVID changed it for us because it used to be no matter what, Hudson was driving, my son's name was driving to LA every day for an audition. But then once we got the Zoom, now a lot of the people,
everything's on video.
Do your audition online, tape a video, send it in. And so it got a lot easier, I would say, for people that have that working situation they can't go. Now a lot of people can do the taping and send it in, and if they get it, then the parents can figure it out. So it's changed a lot, I'd say, with that aspect.
And you know what that has done, right? It's opened up the competition even more,
huh? Yeah. Now you got the lazy people in. You got the people that can
everybody can be an actor now. That's what's crazy about from the time I started 18 years ago. It's just the game has changed so much, man. Yeah, I can only imagine if somebody's been in it 40 years, what it looks like. Like my wife's been doing it for like 30 years now.
Wow.
So she's seen the game change tremendously. So it's wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah. And then in the last 5 years, right, with like Instagram, like it seems like that's like one of the first questions they ask is how many followers does he have? You know what I mean? Like they're like, that what are you talking about? Social? He's a kid.
Like never mind if he can actually read the script. How many the pertinent questions don't even get asked. Yeah, the pertinent questions don't even get. Can he act? Is he good? Is he funny? Like you know what I'm saying? How many followers does he have? It's crazy, and I don't even believe the followers even translate to sales, bro. It just doesn't.
Of course not. No,
it doesn't.
It's just like one of the first questions.
Yeah, because what happens if you got a lot of followers, those people end up starting to feel like they really your friends. And who supports you the least in life? Your friends. So it's like, what are we talking about? You get all these followers and all these people really start to live with you and they really start to believe that they are really a part of your life. And so then when you got a movie come out, they've seen you do 5 live streams on Instagram that day. Why are they inclined to go spend $20 to go see a Karan Joseph Riley movie? So it's kind of a double-edged sword, man. It's like you look at the great ones like Denzel Washington. He doesn't have a social media page.
No, none of the greats. It seems like the few that do are like, please look at me. You know what I mean? But like the talent is just like, no, I don't mess with social media.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean. Let's say I've been in like next because I was my brother's manager for a while when he was under 18. So I've been around it for let's say 25 years, maybe something like that. 25 years, and just from then to now, it's a totally different. With that social media wasn't there before. It was all about driving and all about whoever could be at the most auditions that had talent that could get to LA that could do 2-3 auditions a day. That's like what I remember the whole buzz was back then when my brother was younger. And then it was kind of the same, but social media, I want to say like. COVID just changed everything. I think really did. All the tapings and all the social media, like all that just started becoming a big deal, at least from manager to us, where it was like, oh, he has to do it. And then my son goes to high school. He's on surf team. He's like top 2 surfers at the school. And so he's got his image now, high school image. Right. And so now all of a sudden they want his social media and that's just not so cool. So he doesn't want to do all the, that kind of stuff with social media. So it became a little bit of an issue where it's like, he wants his private social media to be his friends and stuff that they're doing, not his professional social media. And I don't know, I thought it was kind of unique because I'd never heard that
Yeah,
before.
that actually makes sense. That means you got a pretty aware young man over there, which is good.
Thank you. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, listen, you picked the Crusaders for 2B3D's action verse, which is one of my favorite teams, by the way. I honestly I just love the design on that. So good choice. And
I picked the Crusaders. My high school was called the Crusaders.
Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think it looks amazing. So high school Crusaders, awesome. Anthony, thank you again. You guys, I'll be updating you shortly on because I'm going to stay here right now. We're working on the digital release, so I'll be giving you a big roadmap on everything. Any questions you guys have, and thank you so much for coming on, both of you. It was sorry I didn't do my research as much on you as I could. I knew all about football, but then I just saw when I was scrolling. I sent a picture to Talk to Me Taylor to see if she wanted to come on too, and then I saw it said right at the bottom of the picture it says actor, producer, creator. I'm like, oh no way! So I didn't go back and look to see who the.
It's all good, brothers. Yeah. No worries. We are good over here.
Well, much respect, and thank you very much for coming on.
Thanks for having me, man. Appreciate it, man. Had a good time.
Absolutely. All right.
Good seeing you, man.
Man, Kay, I appreciate you coming on, brother. Love you, man.
Love you too, man. Keep pedaling, King.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Rob.